G'day, today we're going to have a look at a very new game, so new in fact it's not out yet. This one's called Timemelters. Now I'll just get the game started here because it does take a little bit to load on this first page. So what this is this is a one of the guys making this game has sent me a key to check this out. It's currently on Steam. You can see it as not out yet, but it is on there in a coming soon capacity. But what this is this is the pre-alpha that we're having a look at, and it's on Kickstarter as well, so I'll chuck a link to the Kickstarter in the description if you do want to check it out. So these guys can try and get this game made. So this is a pretty neat concept that they've got here. Now, just quickly, I've just watched some videos on it. I haven't played any of the levels. I've just played the tutorial through before, so you may notice I'll just sort of hopefully speed through this without too much trouble. But the concept of this, which does make it kind of neat, is it's fourth dimensional in the way that you approach it. When you're, if you've watched any of my Orcs Must Die videos, probably Orcs Must Die is the closest game that I've played that I would sort of compare this to from what I've seen. But you don't have sort of hours in the same way you do in that. What you've got in this instead is just some abilities and the ability to travel back in time and help your former self get your objectives. So you can see we've just used our teleport ability there. So basically you've only got one health. You've only got one health in this game, and so if they get to you, you die. But it's that if you've set up a teleport point, like what I've done just there, or if you do have the ability to time loop, which we don't have just yet because we're learning the abilities. Let's just do a quick. So what we want to do is lead them away from where I've set up that teleport point, so that if they do get to me, a bit of a gap to where I am over there. Alright, so that's our basics. Now what we're going to look at is some of the spells that we have. So there's a mana in the world that we need to collect in order to use our secondary abilities. So here we go, we've collected those. Now what I can do, you can see my arm now shines a nice blue after that. So what we can do is we've got that mana reserve on the right hand side, and we can now make a Whomping Willow. We've got to get to our tutorial design spot and make our Whomping Willow. And these guys will just get beat up a little bit from that. Know what to make of it. Lovely. Okay. So this one we've got an Earth Spirit. You can root enemies in place. So we'll take him and we'll root those guys. Then we'll go one. What we will do is we'll walk up the hill. And say those guys are taken care of because we've got. Now, done. Lovely. We definitely want to, I think, keep an eye on where they put trees and things in the levels, because it doesn't seem like you're going to have a ton of them. So if there's one sitting somewhere, it's going to be very deliberate. So this time we've got a fire spell, and he gets killed basically as soon as he gets reached. So we're going to want to help him out. Basically, he's a distraction for us to use. As well, so yeah, flying through this tutorial nicely. All right. So now this is just a nice little moment to activate our Voidstone, and I think into the world of being able to time travel. And this is where I think this becomes pretty neat. Apologies on some of the jumpiness here. I'd actually probably credit that as bringing my PC's unhappy more than the game. I mean, the game is also in pre-alpha, so it's certainly forgivable if it is the game doing it. Alright. Thank the flow you're here. Okay, so now we go. Now, this time we're going to actually have a live fight and the ability to time travel. So, here we go. So what we want to do is set up a teleport point. We will, I have played this one before as well, I will mention, which is why I sort of am coming at it with a strategy. So what we're going to try and do is come on this side, pick off guys that we can. So we've picked up some mana there. We're going to hit these guys with a... So what I'm mainly trying to do is get the guys on the right-hand side here. So we can see how this is playing out. He's got a fair bit of health. We might get lucky and... There we go. Okay, so there goes me on my former self. Now what I can do is I can... For myself, start to pick a fight with them. As they start to come up, we can ask the tree to lend a hand. Knowing that she's picking on the guys on the far right, I will pick on the guys on the far left. Okay. Now, I haven't played this level before. That's as far as I've gone, so... let's see what we get this time. Okay. So I do like that logic of if I can see that we've got something in place. So, for example, you can see there's a tree on the left, tree on the right that are going to be coming up on this level. So... what we So what we want to do is probably pick one of those two sides to try and fight through. Obviously, we've got the guys marked holding mana, and we definitely want to grab them as quick as we can. Okay. Here we go. So really, if I can get that guy to the left... It's definitely too quick for her to have a chance of getting that tree into play. Let's go that tree. And that tree. Probably try and move further down the hill than what myself was. Good. Oh. Now that loop on my right arm is telling me how many time loops I have left. So at the moment, that's none. So what we want to do then is we will set up a teleport. Oh, no, I already had my teleport point in place. Not ideal then. Okay, so what we want to do is... Now that sort of sound that you can hear of the done, I think what that is that's saying that there were guys that already had X's over their heads, and because I'd previously killed them, I was breaking the time loop by killing them again, and so they were sort of throwing out what my previous self was doing. So it's something that sort of you don't necessarily want to get in there and be doing that. Alright, so teleport. Okay, cool. So what we should be doing is using our teleport spot to set up further ahead. And and see if we can get down there and help him before he's dead. So, I don't know what that R is indicating up there. What we'll do is we want to set up our teleporter here. And then we go R. Set up our second one, and then we hit T. Got it. Okay. Alright, project my spirit out of my body. Okay. That's weird. Yeah, up and down. Okay. We want to use that. And I guess regenerate. End tutorial. Alright, neat. So we got all that. Okay. So you are playing this co-op. I think this guy's the two void stones. Obviously, it suggests I need to be going to the Void Stones. I assume that the Void Stones are saying that if I go into one, I can pop out the other. That must be how that sort of works, but... Okay, so now we're looking in strategic view. So we've got 5 guys there, with 2 of them with mana. 2 guys there, 2 of them with mana. 13 guys there, 2 with mana. 17 there, and 30. So if we're just going purely on size, assume we want to go this guy, then this guy. Although I reckon I go this guy first, and I can use my Q ability to blast them away. So... see, on my right arm I've got my ring, so I've got 3 loops to do this in. So it looks like these... I don't know if these guys move slower during the day. No, there we go. Now they're picking up the pace. Luckily, it's a bit forgiving in your aim too, so that's not too bad. Now it does look like these guys are advancing forward. We do know what we can recall now is that we know that on these two extremes, far right and the far left, Life 1 has them covered. Let's run up here. Now Life 2, I think we're going to need to get some trees in our command. Quite sure what I'm looking for. Now, is everyone past any tree that... Now, probably using a fire guy here would have been a good move. Okay. There we go. So. Now, I assume that the trees will just sort of last as long as I have trees available. That's my assumption. So what we'll do is we'll get that one and that one. Now what we might do is potentially use our Q ability on these guys. They get too close to us. Okay, great. So that's those guys. These guys are quick. They take no prisoners. Okay. Guys on the right, taken care of. Now, this is my last life, though. This is where this could be a problem. So, what I think I want to do is go down the middle here. I have a lot of health. Sort of abilities to use. So what I think I'm going to do is go 3. I'm not doing this right, definitely. Okay. So, what I think then what we've got to do is Life 1 straight in there. Kill these guys. But depending on where these guys are over here, it would be quite good to try and get there's trees in there. Now, we might have just missed the mark. So instead what we're going to do is see if Life 1 this cheeky guy. He's just going to come up to me. Basically all we need to do is kill him. That's anything I want. Now, everyone else is going to continue to progress. Oh, it's not going to let me jump off? Dang. Now, we want them to go forward. What I want to do is try and get past them and go set up my teleporter. Doesn't look like a good choice. Okay. So teleporter is part of this one. This time much closer than I expected. Alright, 3. Let's put him up here. Okay. Now, there's a little glitch in this game, a sink you, that I have found so far, and I will definitely just relay it back. And that seems to be that if you... actually, now let's worry about getting our teleporter up. If you press 1, 2, or 3, and you don't have any mana, I can't figure out how you revert that back to a state where you did have mana. Damn, didn't do it fast enough. Alright, we're gonna have to restart. For example, if I press 1, once I've already used my like sort of free abilities or thing, I can't... Doesn't seem like there's any ability to just go back to basic melee. Now, obviously, that's not that's a pre-alpha sort of issue that you're going to see, so that's definitely not a deal breaker for me. Alright. Guys on the left. Quite the good thing was in that last one is I did still have my Q ability until the end too. And for one of those two bigger groups, that does seem like that will come in handy. So I can avoid using it on these guys. Absolutely ideal. So what we're going to do is try and get that tree as soon as we can. Lovely. And what we'll do is we'll go down and meet these guys. Because we want to get past them to... Now I know possibly my advantage last time was the fact that I had the ridge on them. But I think that we got to the... a little bit quicker here that... I may have made a mistake here though, because I... Run, darling. Don't know how close they are behind me. But, they're close enough. Okay. So this time we go up this side. Goodness. Would have been rough if I'd let him hit me. Okay, I'm going to wander in here. I'm not sure if it does do anything. Possibly it just gives me access to the other side, I assume. Yeah, okay. So I want to go back into the one that I was already in, which... No, that's the wrong one. So all I've done there is just waste some time, I'd say. Again, not ideal, because I still haven't used my teleport ability to sort of just put me forward in an advantageous place. Because the only thing I can really do now is get up here and do the one ability to try and hit these trees, if I can get to them fast enough. Now, the good thing is that I have got the Q ability back though. Because that must be based on... Oh, They really slid back at me there. I can't think of how to beat those middle guys at this point. I'll be honest. That is... Play... Alright, restart. So... I didn't wipe out the second group of guys. Oh, I realized I'd go all the way back here. I didn't wipe out the second group of guys on that second life, and that feels like that's going to be very important. I think that possibly what I need to be doing is, say with the first life, I need to try and take out both the groups on the side and the group. But being able to drop off the cliffs would, I think, would make it a bit more of a sound strategy on what I'm thinking. Now the other thing I could do is, like I said before we started this, I should be factoring in the different things that it's actually giving me the availability to have. So potentially what I should be doing is using those roof portals to jump from one side to the other. Obviously they would have given me that for a reason. I think on the other hand what I could do is I could set up a fire guy like here. See, and I've done it again. So what I've got to do is jump. I think if I do that, there we go. I can sort of reset out of that. Accidentally pressing one too many times. Too many guys got past there. But it's okay. I think what I need to do with this first life... Whoop, come back. Now, hopefully I was far enough back that the fire guy will actually help with those last few guys. Sorry, my thought before I died there is that what I think I actually need to be doing... should have used my Q ability. Is I need to... again, let's do it up here. What we can try and do here is go in there, in there. See how we can go help and pick off all these guys. Go away. Oh, I pressed one again. Alright. So. Now, really what that all means is that if I stay here... I have any mana to sort of do anything. I'm going to press spacebar so that I can... out of that, having held one. What I need to do is stand all the way back here with our mate. Just hope that my job is now, well, firstly, I do have one other thing I can do. So I can set up over here. You can say teleport. So then what I can do is go back over here, stand really far back and hope that I can just contribute to bashing these guys down. Now you can see there's only one X in that middle group, so the majority of them are surviving. And I also don't know if I know that I was able to cast a sort of freeze on the back half of those guys, so basically we've got to wait for that call to come in. We blast them, try and knock over everyone. Goodness, but nowhere near enough. Ooh. Alright, what do we do? Alright, it was a screw up on that first one, I think. Almost a screw up there. Okay, so what we need to do is, I think we need to get up here and get these two trees going. That's right. Okay. Now what I need to do is stay here. Oh, come on. Alright. Left two. These two guys. And we set up this guy here. And I've done it again. Okay, spacebar. It's definitely little moments of lag, but they suddenly speed up really quick on me. Okay. Any heal moment. So if we speed up, we then go through and go grab. Did he grab them? He grabs some of them. That's all we want. That. Okay, now revert back in time. This time we go spacebar up. And we go 1, go 2, we go 3. No, dude, not those guys. Oh, he's broken the timeline. Okay. I think we've got a chance here, but let's politely play it out. It really is my teleport. I've got to get my teleport up there to... Okay. Alright, let's try going the opposite way. So, instead of going left first, this time we're going to go right. We do really suddenly have these guys on top of us when we come up here. Okay, take care of these guys. We're going to put this guy up here. Damn it, I did it again. I always press 1. That's just sort of like, it's my go-to to revert back to, Right, they're dead. Now, those guys over there aren't. So that's a problem for life 1 here. So what we have to do is, I think, try and run as far this way. Keep a real close eye on yourself. I want to be on that bridge, but I don't think I'm going to make it all the way to the bridge. Made it? Oh, I caught it hit lip. Okay. Bridge. Teleport point. He goes down, we go back to life 2. This time we go this way. Now these guys over here credited with dying, but I would say that's because okay, great. Now what we need to do now, I've sort of pulled a bit far back there. But not too far. So what we need to do is charge up and see if we can hit these trees. And then what we'll do is stay up here. Hope that we can hit someone. Not worth wasting our mana when they're not out of range. It obviously does tell me when they're too far away. Okay, and then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to spawn up. We're going to go entangle. Entangle that back half. We're then going to draw their attention. Okay, then we're going to teleport. Whoa! That tree, that tree, that tree. That tree. That tree, and that tree, and turn around and run. The problem is that we've still got to... I think the idea of doing that Q sort of shot to slow them down works great, but the problem is that if if I do it in life 1 and then life 3, it's probably been a long enough cooldown that I can use it twice. But if I just use it in life 1, then it becomes trickier. Now, my girl on the right has done her job. My girl on the left is just finishing off her gig. We can't teleport. We don't have any abilities, so I think we almost want to be further back than him. We kind of want them... Ah, cool, they're over there. We've got that Q ability back. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, my goodness. Yeah! Woo! Alright, we got there.